Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to give you guys a brief update about what's been going on in Alvin's life. So, last time when we talked, I basically told you that I had a couple more, like a week left of radiation. I had already been done with chemotherapy. And as of today, I'm done. And I've been done with treatment for about 2, maybe 3 weeks now. I have officially done. I wanted to basically give it that 2 weeks process before I gave you guys an update, because like I told you before, my doctor told me it was going to be about a week or so. About a week or two before I got back to normal and feeling normal and not having the same symptoms that I did in the last video. So it's about that time, and I would like to say I'm probably about as normal as I was before I started radiation, which is great. I'm happy. I'm totally satisfied because I can start living somewhat of a regular life. How am I feeling? I would say mentally I'm feeling great. Physical wise, I'm still not pushing and pulling as much as I used to be able to. Not as yet. I still have times where I don't want to get out of bed in the morning just because I don't have like the energy. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to go to sleep at night. The body cramps and aches are definitely still there. But and sometimes I will say that's usually what keeps me from being able to go straight to sleep. So lately what I've been doing is just either staying up late and doing a bunch of stuff. Like last night I stayed up till maybe 4 a.m. editing some videos that y'all are looking for. So yeah, but and then that allowed me to basically, once I got into bed, I fell straight to sleep. So there's still some here and there that's not the same, but overall I would say everything is back to normal. I never was able to just lay down and fall straight to sleep. Besides like high school and previous, my mom and dad could tell you that I've fallen asleep standing up, fallen asleep doing a bunch of different things. But now I would say I'm pretty much back to normal. So I promised you guys that I would give you guys a detailed explanation on my personal experience going through chemo and radiation. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to be looking at my phone here because that way we won't ramble off as usual. So I'll be putting these pictures up on the screen so you guys can get a little bit further detail, and I'll probably put some graphics in so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So going into chemo, because that's what I started first with. Keep in mind, chemo only had 2 treatments, and that 2 sessions basically. And it started off with a 30-minute session at the actual hospital, connected to my port here on my chest that I've showed you previously. And then I went home with a pump, which is in this picture. I'll put that on the screen for you guys, with a different medication. And that medication basically gave me medication for 5 days, Monday through Friday. And then I will basically come back the same time Friday that I left on Monday, because it will be a total 5-day period. So how many hours that was is basically what they would set my machine for. So yeah, this machine basically gave me my medication in a very slow way. This bottom part here is basically where the medication sat, and then the machine pump on top is basically where obviously they will put in the settings, how much, over what period of time, all that kind of stuff. And then that machine, that cable that you see coming out there, that actually connected to my port as well. So for a week, 2 sessions of this, each week I basically had a IV in my chest the entire time. So going to the store, doing everything you had to do, shower, all of that. You got this pump connected to you, and it's not fun when you get in the shower and you got adhesive and all this extra stuff. So if you have to go through this, I would definitely say my trick to the whole process was basically I was gonna say this word that I would typically say, but I don't know if it's appropriate for YouTube. But let's just say a streetwalker's bath, where you basically don't shower, don't get in a tub, but you let the water run, you wash the areas that you need to do, and areas that you need to be a little bit delicate in, you wash, and then you towel, rinse, pat dry, all that good stuff. Yeah, a proper whole bath. So let's go into radiation, because that's where most of my treatment came from, was 30 sessions of radiation. And I need my phone again because I have pictures there. And so this picture is going to be the picture of the actual machine that I received radiation from. There it is. So I took this picture right before one of my last sessions, just so I could show you guys. So this doohickey on the bottom here with the black table thing, that is actually what I would lay on, and they will put when I went to, so let's go back a little bit further. When you start radiation, you go to a so-called mapping session, and so this mapping session is basically so they can take images of you and basically put you in the position that they need to do for radiation. So it's basically that period of time where they figure out, okay, well, if you lay on the table here, we can do this, da da da, they get you set. So basically when you go into radiation, keep in mind they're doing radiation treatments, 15 to 20 minutes sessions from like 6 a.m. to like, what did she say? 6 a.m. to like 6 p.m. So they go in 12 hours a day, 15-minute sessions, 20-minute sessions all day. So when you go in, you get set, they radiate you, you get out. So the mapping session is basically to prevent all the moving around. Well, how do we do this? All that kind of stuff. So your mapping session, I basically laid on the table on a similar machine, but mainly the part is it was like a small MRI machine. It looked as if it was a small MRI machine. But basically they just take images during that session. So you lay down, they put this foam pad around my, basically from like my knees down, and they, what would you call it? Shrink wrap it? No. It was where they take all the air out. So what would you call that? They take all the air out, so it is sitting at the tip of my tongue. But yeah, they take all the air out, and basically it becomes this hard shell. So I have a picture of that too. I'll pop that in here. So yeah, you lay down, and that basically is to make it to where your feet don't move, your hips are in the same position as they were in the mapping session from when they took the original pictures, all that kind of stuff. And it kind of helps to somewhat sort of elevate your feet. And then the rest of your body kind of just gets set. So I also had a pillow for the back of my head and a little ring that I held onto from my chest to keep my arms out of the way of the rest of the machine. So going back to this original picture, the big machine in the back, the doohickey on the left and the right, basically takes the arms that's connected to them, extend, and then those basically go around your body. The whole machine basically tilts and go around your body and basically takes a picture of you before they radiate you. And these pictures, they compare with the pictures from the mapping session to make sure that you're in the same position, to make sure that they're hitting your tumor accurately. So after they take the picture, they make sure everything is set. The bed that you're sitting on from the control room that where they're at, if they need to move the bed to put you in the exact position for the beam of radiation that's coming out, your bed will move a little bit. So the first couple times it was like, hold on, wait, because it's like a small jerk, but it's not enough to like knock you off the table or anything. Going back in, so once they take the picture, the big doohickey at the top is basically what goes around your body. And for me, I don't know if it's different for anybody else, but each session, this thing went around my body 6 times. So it would go one way, go all the way around, go back the other way, other way, other way. So it would go back around, was it 6 or 5 times? 5. It was 5 times. And each like round it took was like 60 seconds. So if I add that up, I had a total of 5 minutes times 30 sessions. So I had 150 minutes worth of radiation. So yeah, that was basically my radiation treatment. Like I said previously, the first week is not so much. The second week you start feeling a little bit of like your body is like, what's going on? And then any treatments after the second week is like, just stick it in there, hang in there, and do the best you can and get as much support as you can from your friends and family, because they will definitely keep you pushing and keep you in there. So yeah, that's basically how my radiation went with chemo, how my treatments went with chemo and radiation. So what's next? As I told you before, I had to wait, since my last treatment of radiation, I have to wait a month or 2 to get my updated PET scan. And the PET scan, from, if you remember, is to basically measure the tumor first, see if there is a tumor there. If there is a tumor, see what's the size of it, what's the activity of it, if it's feeding more, whatever, all that kind of stuff. So just to measure that. So I have that. I just got that one scheduled like a few days ago, and I'm going on September 5th, if I'm remembering it off the top of my head. I go September 5th to get my updated PET scan, so I'll know what's going on with that about a week later, and that's when we can determine if I still have any cancer left in my body. The most exciting part about this video, and probably what you came here for, is because once I finished radiation, I rung my bell. So I will show you that video here. And that's all. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys. I really thank you guys for the support. Like I always say, you guys are definitely like my second family. So yeah, I really appreciate the support. If you are new here, welcome to the family. Subscribe to the channel to become family. That's how you put your application in to become family. So you subscribe, and then if you really want to become family, you got to hit the notification bell. But you could do all of that after you hit the like button. You know, just saying. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. After I get my PET scan and get the results of that, I definitely will give you guys an update. If you need any more or want to get any more personal with me, go ahead and follow me on Instagram or TikTok. I will try to post more on those platforms. See you next time. Bye. Huh? Yes.
Go celebrate water day.
Yes.
Enjoy the tacos. See you, Alvin.
Before I leave, I also have to ask you guys a very important question. I was told a while back that Alvin should host a group cruise, and I was like, maybe when we get like to 1,000 or 2 subscribers, we'll push it back. But I feel like this is a perfect opportunity. You guys have, like I said, shown your dedicated support. So I am thinking about doing a group cruise, which will be a cancer cruise, and that will be the kickoff to an annual group cruise for the TravelingABald family. So in the comments below, tell me either what ship or what destination we should do for the first group cruise, and then I'll announce that when we get it all situated and when it is open for bookings. So yeah, okay, for real this time. Bye.